students who are really good students. We have a handful of 100% scholarships for students who have exceptional grades in their high school years.
Morning friends, this is again Mr. Modi from Edugo Abroad. Today we have got Mr. Thomas Lechner. He is the Director of AUM. He is the Director of Admissions and Outreach for AUM. Today we've got him in Ahmedabad, and I have some time to chat with him. We'll try and understand why because these days we've seen a long progression from students specifically in India. They are routing through Europe because primarily we know foreign education is dominated by USA, UK, Australia, New Zealand, but now the students, they have understood the quality of education Europe and European university gives. So these students are getting diversified. However, we would love to know the fact from the horse's mouth. So we'll just ask few questions to Mr. Lechner, and we'll try and get the answers of our difficult or easier questions. So Mr. Lechner,
yes.
So first question would be very obvious. Why do you think Europe education or the European universities are now getting a lot of Indian students?
Okay, well, I'll speak on behalf of my university, the American University of Malta. I'm an American citizen, and I'm a big believer in the American style of education, particularly in higher education. I think we do it very well because we require students to be very active in their education. So in the case of American University of Malta, we're definitely an American style university with American faculty and staff, but it's in the context of Europe. So for me, it's the best of both worlds. You have this American style of education in this beautiful Mediterranean country of Malta. So it's very multicultural, but it is an American education. So I don't know, we are technically a European university, but our blood and DNA is definitely American style. So.
It is. So we know that in Europe the education is the primarily thing. So how do we take the education in Malta in specifically? So what is the valuation of education in Malta?
Well, again, I'm going to go back to our university, the American University of Malta. It is this American institution, meaning that unlike a lot of European degrees, which require students to be much more passive in their learning, we really require students to be active. There's no such thing as sitting in a big classroom in our university looking at your phone. That absolutely will not work. We require students to participate. They need to ask questions in class. They need to make presentations and ask questions and be active. And if they're not, the professor is going to pull them out and make sure that they are. So
wonderful.
It's really trying to prepare students to be active as a professional when they graduate and to have those skills that their employers are looking for. So that's really what we're looking at. It's preparing students for after they join the workforce. There's something now called the so-called gig economy, which means students need to, maybe even as early as graduating from university, sell their skills on the open market, because the job market's changed a great deal in the 21st century. So we recognize that at the American University of Malta, and we're working hard to prepare students for this gig economy and the new workplace. So we take that seriously.
That's right again. So just to echo your voice as well, because we have about 50 students currently studying at
Yes, we
AUM,
do.
and they're also giving us the feedback as in the education is extremely important
Yes.
and upscaled. So students they go 3 or 4 days a week in classroom, and the professors they are quite strict on the education. So yes, education in Malta, specifically in our university, AUM, it is the number one priority. Now,
Absolutely.
also we know that India being price sensitive market, they often look at the ROI in terms of
Sure.
everything wherever they spend the money,
Sure.
right? So how AUM and AUM in Malta is particularly reasonable in terms of their fees offering for
Yeah.
Indian students.
You know, really for an American education, the tuition that we're offering right now is incredible. For undergraduates, our tuition is 3,000 euros per year, which is 1,500 euros per semester. So for an American degree, this is absolutely unheard of. I mean, this is far cheaper than even community college prices in the United States. So, and again, I'm going to go back to my earlier answer. I think it's the best of both worlds. You have American education in Europe, so it has this European flavor, and we do have students from India, but although we're a new university and small, we have students from 25 countries represented, and we want to grow that as well. So we want students to have the American education in Europe, but with a very multicultural classroom setting. So we want them to learn a lot from their fellow classmates about other cultures, other languages, so they're truly ready for a global workplace. So these are the things that we're offering. And I should also add, for those students who are really good students, we have a handful of 100% scholarships for students who have exceptional grades in their high school years. So if that's you, we really recommend you apply for one of our presidential scholarships, which is 100% tuition free.
Wow, so did you just say 3,000 euros per year, which is a lot reasonable for Indian students, because all the universities in Malta or in Europe, the price range is quite high. And
Yes,
like
it
for,
is.
yeah, American education, 3,000 euros. And if you're going for master's times two, or if you're going for
Yes.
bachelor's times four,
Yes.
still it is too reasonable. It is too reasonable, and with scholarship.
It's absolutely reasonable, and we're doing it because we want to grow our student population quickly.
Mhm.
These prices, once a student starts with these prices, we'll offer it for the full time of their degree program,
Yeah.
but I'm sure that we're only going to offer it for about 1 year.
Mhm.
And then as we populate our university quickly, then the tuition will start to go up. Again, if a student starts on 3,000 euro per year, they'll continue that for the length of their
Okay.
program.
Okay.
But for now, this is a wonderful opportunity now. And I don't want to sound like a used car salesman or something, but the prices are low, the education is very valuable, and this offer is available this year. So if you're looking for a university, particularly if you're looking for an American university and cannot afford to go to the United States, or the visa is too difficult, this is a great alternative to the US or
Yeah.
Canada. And we are, and I've said it many times already in this short time, but we are thoroughly an American university in Malta. So unbelievable chance to come to an American program for very, very reasonable tuition. And students can work while they attend.
So it was my next question. It was my next question.
I can feel where you're going. So, yes, students come to Malta. We help them apply for what's called their temporary residence card.
Okay.
When they receive their TRC, Students can work up to 20 hours a week.
That's quite decent.
All of our students do that. Malta being such a popular tourist destination,
Yeah,
there are more jobs than people to work. So students get jobs immediately, and now with our new tuition, students can absolutely pay all of their living expenses and their tuition by working. So it's a fantastic opportunity.
I think it's a quite win-win situation because in this short chatting with you, what I've done is I've taken the first important thing, which is quality education, which is obviously there.
Yes.
It is the heart of the study at AUM
Absolutely.
Malta. Second is the tuition fees, which are again extremely reasonable. And third, which a student would want to do to meet their monthly expenses, they can work part-time.
They can work part-time.
Yeah, Malta being the most tourist destination across Europe, so you get work very easily. And the good thing about it is the English is the official language, so
It is.
everyone speaks in English. There is no language barrier, I
Yeah.
suppose. Right?
So let me talk about some things that make it appealing for students from India in
Yeah,
particular.
yeah.
The first is English is spoken. So it's not going to be a difficulty at all with language.
English.
Not like another European country where you have another language to learn. This is an English-speaking country. I can tell the parents out there, it's a safe country. And it's a country that is very open to foreigners. So fathers and mothers, I can tell you that your sons and daughters are going to be safe when they come to Malta. And they're going to have a very safe and very secure home at the American University of Malta. We take great pride in taking care of our students too. We literally meet them at the airport. We take them to our university housing. They have somebody they can call 24 hours a day if there's any troubles.
Like a buddy.
And we realize, because all of us at the university have gone to a foreign country as a university student, we know the challenges that the students have. So we're there to help them smooth out the rough spots they're going to have. So we are there to make students' lives as smooth and as happy as they can. And I've been a teacher my whole career. So education is obviously the most important thing that we can offer them. And not to belabor the point, but we are in the business of preparing students for the workforce. Let's face it, people go to university so they can improve their lives by getting better jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And we realize that jobs are changing a great deal in the 21st century. And we at the university are making those changes in the way we teach and the way students learn. And the preparation is definitely for work. And of course, we want them to be citizens of the world and to grow as people. All of those things are important, but number one is being successful in the workplace. And we do offer internships for students. We want students to be ready for work when they graduate. So it's a point that's very important for us, and can't emphasize enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I think students from India are going to feel good when they come there. Not only is English is the language, I think the climate's quite similar as well. It's a very hot place, very mild winters. So it's unlike going to Canada or the northern part of the United States, where students have these big cold winters they go through, which can be difficult. So I think it's a relatively easy transition for students to make from India. So.
Yeah. So in our chat, what I have understood, studying in AUM Malta, I think we are ticking all the check mark. First is the quality education,
Yes.
reasonable fee structures.
Yes.
students, they can work part-time
Yes.
and they can earn in euro because euro being the local currency there.
Yes.
The language, which is the most important factor for Indian student. There is no barrier, language barrier. Everyone speaks in English,
Definitely
which makes student life so easy. Fifth point, I think the university has a great support center.
Yes.
So they literally pick the student from the airport. They take the student to the accommodation, help the student for getting the blue paper
Yes.
and residential permit. Again, the parents, for them, the students are going out for study, safety being the top factor, and it is also getting tech mark. So safety, it's a very safe country. The climate, my God, climate, it is literally like Indian climate. Currently, I think what is it is about 38, 40 degrees.
Yes. It's hotter there than here.
Yeah. So
I had to come to India to cool down. So.
so to me, I think it sounds so interesting.
Yes.
And we already have about 50 plus students enrolled in last intake, and they're super happy about it. And having the fees lower down, which is just 3,000 euros per year, we are extremely happy about it as well. And currently we are open for August 19 intake, which is the fall 19.
We are just for a short period though. We have to close it soon. So again, if you're listening to this, we'd love to have you come join us at the American University of Malta, but we need to close the fall application soon. So get your application in. We'll process it as quickly as we can and help you with the visa prep and whatnot. And hopefully you can join us in Malta at the end of August.
Sure, you can just go to the university website or our website as well. You'll see the campus. It is huge campus, quite old, but now it's been converted into a modern facility campus. So trust me, friends, I think it was nice chatting to you, and thank you for helping us identifying the answers for our questions. Students, again signing off. Thank you for watching our video. If you want any questions, if you have any questions, do write us here. Do call us here as well. The numbers are and the email IDs are mentioned below. Thank you and have a nice day.
Yes, thanks, and apply.